To create new pay items and edit existing ones, head to the Payroll menu and select Pay Items. Pay items are the different parts of an employee's pay. You'll see the different pay item types organized in the tabs at the top, such as wages, superannuation, leave, deductions, and tax. The most common pay items under each tab have already been created. Let's start by reviewing the wage pay items. Click on the name of the pay item to view and edit its details to better suit your payroll. If you don't see the wage pay item you need, simply create a new one. Give the wage a name. If you'd prefer a different name to show on the employee's pay slip, add it here. Select the ATO reporting category for this wage. This will tell the ATO how to treat these payments when they are reported through single-touch payroll. If you're unsure which category to select, check with your trusted advisor. With the pay basis setting, select the pay basis to determine how the wage will be paid. Select salary, if the wage is paid as a set amount per pay, like tool allowance. Or hourly, if the wage is paid at a specific rate, like overtime and commissions per sale. When hourly is selected, choose how the pay rate is calculated. Either a multiple of the employee's base rate, or at a specified fixed rate. There's the option to track the wage expense using a different category than the default. And there's an option to adjust base details to avoid paying this wage on top of the employee's base hours or amounts. This is useful when paying roster days off and for annual and personal leave payments. Add the employees who require this pay item. And select any deductions or taxes that shouldn't be calculated when this pay item is paid. Again, if you're unsure, check with your advisor or Fair Work Australia. Don't forget to save. Superannuation pay items are used to calculate and withhold super amounts like super guarantee and salary sacrifice. To create a new one, click Create Super Pay Item and give it a name. Select a contribution type for the super pay item. Select an ATO reporting category if these amounts need to be reported to the ATO. If you're unsure which category to select, check with your trusted advisor. Select how super will be calculated in the calculation basis field. For example, choose equals dollars per pay period if an employee wanted to sacrifice $100 per pay. Or choose equals a percentage of wages if they wanted to sacrifice 5% of their wages and exclude any commissions and overtime from this calculation. Exclusions, limits and threshold amounts can be set to meet the employee's requirements. Like before, add the employees who want this same setup, or create separate super pay items for those who need different calculations. Employees who go on leave or take their roster day off are paid using a wage pay item. However, their leave balance is calculated and tracked using leave pay items. Click on the leave name and pay attention to its calculation basis. Choose User Entered Amount to manually enter the hours the employee accrues when recording each pay. Where employees are paid hourly, leave can be set up to be calculated automatically based on a percentage of their gross hours, with the option to exempt pay items like commissions and overtime as required. For employees who are set to salary, leave can be recorded as a set number of hours per pay period. Decide if you want the employee's leave balance to show on their pay slips, and whether you want to carry any remaining balance over to the new year. Select the wage pay item that will be used to record the employee's leave when they take time off. This allows the leave pay item to track the hours accrued and taken balance. Add the relevant employees before saving. Deduction pay items are useful when amounts need to be withheld from the employee's pay, such as child support, donations, and union fees. Start by adding a name. Select the ATO reporting category. The calculation basis is the same as the previous pay items. You can manually enter the deductible amount in each pay. Calculate it as a percentage of a particular pay item. Or deduct a fixed dollar amount per pay. A limit can be set to avoid deducting too much from the employee's pay. Add the relevant employees and select PAYG withholding as an exemption if the deduction is withheld before tax is calculated. If you're unsure, it's best to speak to your trusted advisor. Expense pay items are useful if you need to track benefits you pay on your employees' behalf, such as work cover. Lastly, tax pay items don't require any setup. By setting up the pay items and adding employees to them, you have effectively set up the employees' standard pay, which makes up the pay calculations in a pay run.